Hello, listeners. It's been a long time, and I've missed you. It's me, Jason Kelch, live from a new location. As you may remember, on our last show 5 months ago, there was an incident which I have been heavily advised not to talk about ever again. I'm alright, it was nothing serious, no one's hurt much. But there was a bit of a physical and legal cleaning up to do. As a result, all previous episodes of the show had to be taken down. Also, I dropped out of university whose name we shall never utter again. Because of all this, the Grimmbros Chronicles are on hiatus. So what is this show called now? I have no idea, but I will let you know as soon as I do. Now, most people, after losing the show they worked so hard for and receiving no help from their family or friends other than "it sucks, get back to studying," they would probably call it quits. But not me, listeners. No. I decided to take some time off to recharge my body and my soul and get back on the metaphorical horse. And then, well... And so it is that I now find myself in the prestigious Grimmbros University, as it says on every sign and door in this place, as well as on some pretty cool looking t-shirts I've seen people wearing. But some of you might not be in the know of the college world, so let me help you. According to the GPS, Grimmbros University is located in Eastern Europe, in the beautiful country of Cracovia. Never heard of it. Let's see a more precise location, shall we? Okay, it seems my GPS is not working very well here. Anyways, I am currently in my room, in what seems to be a mixed dorm. So far, I haven't talked to the other students because, well, you know, they all seem very busy and it's orientation week, I think. And I'm sure they are all very nice. According to a sign I saw earlier on what looked like the dorm's notice board, new students are arriving this week, so I must be one of the first here. The few other people I've seen around are interesting. There was this girl walking and reading a book at the same time who almost ran into a column, but she dodged it at the last second like a ninja. Those were some nice reflexes. And I saw another girl down the hall with what seemed like a brush stuck in her long golden hair. Must be an European thing. So I guess I am in the International Students Hall. How nice. So, my room. It's quite large. I have my own desk and closet, all made of dark rough wood and with very nice carvings that look like animals and symbols that I don't recognize. My things fit perfectly, and I even have 2 beds for myself. I have set up my equipment for broadcasting thanks to the many sockets here, and I can see through a rather large window that this side of the campus seems to be surrounded by a forest. That's nice, a lot of nature, and not grey, dull buildings filled with people and classmates. Sorry, listeners. So yeah, nature, lots of nature. Say, I have an idea. According to a piece of paper I found on one of the beds, I have to go to the admin building to finish enrolling and get my welcoming package. So why don't I go for a walk around the campus, take you with me, and I'll describe it as I walk. It will be as if we were together in this exciting and mysterious new stage of our lives. Sounds fun, doesn't it? Let's go. Today's show is sponsored by, since we don't have a sponsor yet, let's say hope. Hope that things can get better. Hope that we can move on. Hope that our mistakes and the people we've hurt for so many years are left in the past forever. Hope that one day we'll look in the mirror and only a reflection will look back. No shadows or shimmers, no scars or the memories of every bad decision we've ever made. Hope that life will go on, and so will we. Oh, wow. What the? I am sorry, listeners, but it seems that my recording equipment does not work well outside the dorm. Why? I don't know yet. But let me tell you, it was an eventful trip. I left the dorm and took a stroll towards the admin building. Along the very cared-for path, I saw the usual sights you find in every college campus. Some students handing out flyers for parties, study groups and clubs, the bicycles, people jogging, a few young students wearing robes and making signs with stars and octopi and rabbits, a couple of very old-looking food trucks, a pair of students doing some kind of weird rhythmic martial arts demonstration in front of a very varied group of people, you know, the usual. And as I was contemplating the campus, two things caught my attention. First, it seems that the entire campus, minus a lake in the northern area, is surrounded by forest. And it is a dense forest. Thick, tall trees that look like they've been here since before people were a popular idea, surround the entire campus like a wall built by nature on demand. Their bark is almost grey and very dry, and the trees have faces. I mean, there is not much light coming in due to how thick the forest canopy seems to be, and the shadows make it look like the trees have faces. It's a cool optical effect. There doesn't seem to be any kind of fence or wall or man-made boundaries around campus, which seems a bit eco-friendly, very progressive. The second thing that caught my eye was a rather big statue at what seems to be the center of campus. It's a 6-foot high, golden forearm on a pedestal reaching upwards. The forearm also seems to be made of gold, and it splits into 3 arms. Each arm is holding something different: a sword, a crossbow, and a book. And there is an inscription on the pedestal: the 3 weapons of man. I know some people say knowledge is power, but maybe the artist took it too far? It was a very striking image, not gonna lie. Below the inscription, there seems to be 3 round indentations on the pedestal. Maybe there was something there and some sticky fingers attacked? All in all, a very peculiar statue. Anyway, I kept going. I came across some people on the way who gave me a bunch of flyers and scared looks of distrust and apprehension. Standard campus etiquette. I didn't talk to them, they didn't look very engaged in what they were doing, but I accepted the flyers out of courtesy. Unfortunately, I seem to have lost them somewhere along the way. Oh well. About 5 minutes later, I reached the admin building, or as people seem to call it, the castle. The place it really does look like a castle, listeners. It's 3-story high, dark grey, and it has a tower, a freaking bell tower on top of it. The entire place seems like it's made of stone rather than bricks, and the architecture is definitely Gothic. There are animal statues in every corner of the roof, like old sentinels watching over the campus and its inhabitants. The windows are tall and surrounded by small sculptures of wolves, owls, deer, and other forest fauna. Some windows have regular glass, while others have stained glass with similar designs of forest animals and trees. Oh, and speaking of animals, the entrance is guarded by two massive wolf statues. They are almost 6 feet high each, and the expression on their faces make them look like they will pounce and devour anyone foolish enough to dare enter. I found them surprisingly intimidating, but you know me, I don't get scared easily. Often. Inside the castle, the place was something else. Large solemn halls, stone walls, and a hard floor where every step echoed. There were old armors from different eras and locations stationed everywhere on display, and old paintings decorating the walls. It felt almost like a museum. Because of this, the offices seemed incredibly out of place. Seeing a staff meeting next Friday post next to an old knight's armor made the experience rather surreal. There were signs everywhere and even a massive board in the lobby that displayed the academic calendar and other information like the Wi-Fi passwords. After a really nice lady at the front desk gave me some directions, thank you Mrs. Ari, I headed for the Students' Affairs office, but as I was about to get there, I noticed something. The paintings, the statues, the glass displays, everything in that place was thematic. Do you know how fairy tales were originally a lot more gruesome and darker than the versions we usually know? Well, at Grimmbros University, they seem to be big fans of the original stories. Every painting showed scenes from the tales. The original tales. I saw one where the huntsman was ripping the wolf open to rescue Little Red Riding Hood, and I am sure I now know a little bit more about wolf anatomy than before. And they were all so vibrant. The colors, the poses, the expressions, it all looked so real and fresh. It was amazing. And the statues too. I saw one where the witch was trying to put Hansel and Gretel in the oven, and you could almost feel the heat and hear the children screaming for help. There was a painting of a fairy godmother, but she seemed almost inhuman, like an old female creature with insect wings and 5 eyes and a long crooked mouth, wearing a ragged dress and spraying some kind of colorful pollen. I was in trance, admiring every scene, every detail so clear and so realistic, when I bumped into someone. I was about to ask this person if they were alright when I noticed that he was just admiring the place, same as me. But the bump was enough that he looked at me, and he was a rather unusual person. Tall, not too old but not too young, with a bit of grey on his hair and some wrinkles on his face. But the strangest thing about him was his eyes. There were some sort of greyish violet, very deep but very lively. I've never seen that eye color. Does it even exist? Maybe he was wearing contacts. Anyways, I thought he might be a professor or the parent of a student, but then I saw what he was wearing. Big boots that looked like they have seen more action than any man alive, dusty jeans and an old shirt, and a long coat. But not any long coat. One of those, a duster. Yes, a duster. The guy looked like he works hunting vampires or something. I realized then he must be a caretaker or something. He looked at me and said, "I am sorry, I did not see you. They are beautiful, no? So much history here. Every time I come here, I feel so nostalgic. he said this with a thick accent, and his eyes wandered around the room. I just stood there, I didn't know what to say. He looked at the place again and then took his pocket watch, yes, he had a pocket watch, and said, "Time never sits still. I apologize, but I must go now." He started to walk away when he stopped, turned around, and said to me, "You are new, are you not?" I nodded. "Have you finished enrolling yet?" I shook my head. "Then let me give you advice. Pick green." I was about to ask him what he was talking about when I heard a cough behind me. I turned around, but no one was there. I turned again, and I was alone. The man wasn't there anymore. He made no sound, there was no sign of him, he was just gone. I stood there for like a minute, and then I decided I wanted to finish my business and go back to my dorm as soon as possible. I found the office, and when I was filling out the forms, the lady there showed me 3 envelopes, one blue, one red, and one yellow, and asked me to choose one. I then remembered the strange man and said, "Green?" The lady then raised her left brow and gave me a long, knowing smile, and pulled out the green envelope from under her desk and gave it to me. I took it along with the enrollment papers and then got back to the dorm. I still have the envelope here, the welcoming package, I assume. Let's see what's in it, shall we? Okay, this seems to be a coupon for a $30 discount at the Socratic Raccoon. Must be a store somewhere near, I guess. A list of emergency and faculty contact numbers and email addresses, documents, ethics codes, guidelines, survival tips, course offer, and a bracelet? What? Listeners, there was a bracelet in the envelope. It seems to be made of silver, with 3 sockets in the center. I don't know a lot about jewelry, but this seems expensive. Maybe someone misplaced it? I think I'll go back and ask tomorrow. It's late already. Well, I think this is enough for today, listeners. This has been an eventful day? Yes, day. Definitely a day. I think I'll hit the bed and I will talk to you back in a few days. This has all been a lot. But I think this is the beginning of a very exciting new stage in my life, and I'd like to share it with you, no matter how weird or strange or indecipherable it gets. And so, I welcome you all, listeners, to the Grimmbros Chronicles, where we'll explore together the mysteries of college life. There is just one thing that has been bothering me since I arrived, listeners. Just a small, minuscule thing. How did I get here? The Grimmbros Chronicles is written and produced by Ignacio Mengo. The voice of Jason Kelch is Ignacio Mengo. The ending theme was made by Matías Silveira. Follow him on Instagram at @LluviaTorrencialWeb. Questions? Comments? Follow us on Twitter at GrimmbroSU or on Instagram at drmengus. And remember, group assignments can be anywhere.